Well, here we are on the next morning. Turns out there's a volcano across the way. I don't know if you can see it there, just dead center of the view. It's a national park over there, or a reserve. Cool mountain ranges off in the distance. Time to get the big camera, check out if we can't get a picture of it, but yeah. There's also really big black things in the sea. I don't know what those are. Rocks or seals. This is the port here in Homer, Alaska. We were gonna stay here because there's signs that say 7 days free parking. But in little letters under it, it says no camping, so. Parking for the fishing charters, not for the travelers. And the campsites here are a little pricey, so. Gonna check it out, say that we've been here, we walked a bit. And then onward to, I guess, seaward we go. Find a place in between. Ooh, somebody changed the name of the boat.
I saw that.
Hopefully they did it right.
Well, it's Alaska Department of Fish and Game.
Oh, well, there you go.
Investment.
Well, if it looks like the same spot, it's because it is the same spot. It's not a mistake. Well, sort of. As you saw, we visited Homer today. And it turns out that there's only one way into Homer and one way out. So you can't necessarily go to Homer and then, you know, come back through, you know, going over towards Seaward or other places. So you basically visit Homer and then you got to go all the way back to Anchorage, then go up. So that's what we're gonna have to do now, is just head north and then back to Anchorage, and then we'll head over towards Valdez next. But could be worse places to stay at again. The volcano in the distance, so not too bad. Well, here's our view. Rushing river, still raining. And we have found our spot for the night on the way to Glenview. Left Anchorage, left Homer, only one way to Homer. That's from Anchorage, and then you know, if you visit Homer, you gotta come back through, so. Big area here, right off the side of the highway. Couple people here already. And we're just tucked away over here. Good morning. It is the 10th of August. We're still here at our little spot, doing a little bit of solar charging this morning. Elmer's tucked away in there. Not really tucked away. This spot is pretty massive. A lot of little hidey holes and places to go. Got the Jackery going right now. Solar panels up. It's a nice, beautiful, cloudless sky here in Alaska. So we're gonna let the batteries charge before we start heading further in, hitting Glen Allen today. And then once we pass Glen Allen, we're staying just a bit south of that on our way to Valdez, or Valdez. Tomato, tomato. I came waltzing through the forest. Because up here, there we are, there'll be some fungi. Other than me. Let's play find the fungi. Oh, look at that little guy. And his little brother next to him. Nice fungi. There's also, oh, there's a sad fungi. These pair. Nice. Spin it around, John. And those guys there. Neat fungi. As I scale this hill, the Jackery is just about fully charged. And we'll be heading out towards Glenville, something like that. There's our compound. Got the truck open, because why not? Panels everywhere. Alex carrying things.
A massive piece of glass.
It's a massive piece of glass. Looks like an ice blob.
Yeah.
What's going in that pot?
That's gonna be mashed potatoes.
With some mac and cheese.
Mm-hmm.
And a nice ham. Not honey ham. It's a Coke molasses and sugar ham. Sheesh. And some assorted spices.
Yes.
Hello. Making our way to Valdez. It's hard because I used to know a guy named Valdez. It was spelled the same.
Yeah, everyone says Valdez here.
Yeah. Oh well.
Maybe it's because they're not in Texas.
Yeah, he was Rio Grande, so
Yeah.
it's Mexico. Oh, and of course the rain. Well, viewers, you join us here at what has been called, to me, Bridal Veil Falls, on our way to Valdez, Alaska. Massive, massive falls. It's almost like a big bus. And a big truck with a trailer. And a U-Haul. Almost like standing under a miniature Niagara Falls. I would say Niagara, probably about there. So, to me, it looks taller than Niagara. And you got 3 falls, massive main one, smaller, and then this little stream trickling down. Makes for gorgeous photos. The landscape is just out of this world. Hard to tell if it was shaped by glacial movement. I would assume so, but who knows? That side of the rock face shows no sign of like human interaction, whereas this side is very clear and visible to see, you know, the drilling points to etch out the landscape for the road. One heck of a drive here on our way to Valdez. We'll show you a bit more here as we go. Just had to stop here. Thankfully, there's this lovely pullout and get some awesome shots of these falls. These are unbelievable. Not much space on the other side. There is a really big rushing river there. So, which I'll show you here. I did make my way over there for a little bit, but that's about it. Anyway, we're gonna keep going to Valdez. First stop is Napa Auto Parts because Elmer's battery is getting just a little bit too tired for us. So we're gonna replace that so we're not having trouble in the middle of the Yukon, because that's where you don't want to have battery problems. And then from that point, who knows? Just touring Valdez and seeing what we see. Come along. Here's at yet another fall. We have driven a whole 15 seconds. It's not a big phallic object, it's my tripod. So, let me get you on the tripod here. So, as a recap, there's Bridal Veil Falls. We've driven a whole, 15 seconds down the road, depending on the speed of your vehicle. Our vehicle's not too fast, so it was about 15 seconds. There's a, what is that, a Land Rover? Or a Range Rover. I think it's a Range Rover pulling a trailer. That's pretty cool. Anyway, more falls. Everybody loves more falls. And this one, we can walk up to. How exciting. Let's get a couple pictures first. There it is. From bottom to top. What an impressive set of falls.
I'm changing out the battery to a nice fresh new one because we put too much stress on this one already. And we don't want to be stuck in the Yukon without, without parts and supplies.
Yeah, they don't need kind of those who don't prepare.
Correct.
But Alaskan kind of those who don't prepare either.
Yeah. And get that guy swapped out, and hopefully Mr. Elmer will be feeling a lot more spunky.
Alrighty, and after doing just a quickie little repair there, we went from a bog standard 750 CCM battery to an 850. A little bit more cold cranking amps and a little bit more reserve power, which will be good for us. And fresh for the Yukon. And now we can enjoy Valdez. Alex is enduring the frigid temperatures without a jacket.
Yes.
To watch a boat be removed and brought into dry dock. So there is Valdez. A couple little shops, a couple little restaurants.
Souvenirs.
Sauvignon.
Oh, yes.
Lovely marina.
Really cool boats.
Not as crazy as Homer. Homer wasn't bad. If you're looking for a hardcore fishing and run, get fish, do things, then Homer is your place. If you want to look at fish and enjoy the fish and the ambiance of Alaska fishing, yeah, Valdez.
Yeah.
Plus you get one heck of a view too.
Definitely.
On the way down here and while here. So those ripples you see in the water there, that's not turbulence from the water, that is salmon. So again, that's all salmon. It's not tidal. Oh, look at, they're just having a smorgasbord, the sea lions.
Oh, yeah, they are.
That's a whole mass of salmon. This is to simulate going upstream all the way to the hatchery here that we can visit. And there's their simulation. This is matrix salmon. They're all in a simulation. They don't know it. They just travel up and up and up from out there, which out there is where they were hatched. And then they just travel up there and release their eggs.
Hey, come here.
We'll leave it at that. Well, we just got our first view of a black bear enjoying some of the salmon spawn here in Valdez, Alaska. Had a moment to talk to one of the locals here, and this is the spot to see a bear. So we're gonna hang out here for a good while today, and we'll just make camp up the highway a bit near the Valdez glaciers and all that kind of stuff. So this is the spot. We already got black bear eating salmon roe, so that was cool. And now we're just hanging out just in case. According to the local, this is the place to see a brown bear if you're gonna see one. So we're gonna give it a shot, see if we can't see one. Well, our bear adventure for today has come to an end. We left Valdez, went about 25 minutes back up the road. You talk about Stephen King's The Mist. Pea soup fog up here. Well, close to it. It's hard to tell on here. And I'll hush up here and you can see how quiet it is up here. Ready? Barely any noise whatsoever. Honestly, the camera picks up more than I can see. Let's see. Yeah, you can barely hear anything. Kind of creepy. Slightly creepy. Yeah, this would be our spot for the night. We could keep going back. I forget the name of the town, I'll put it on here, but it's just, this is starting to get a little bit too dangerous. It's not a lack of headlights, it's just too much fog. And there's really no reason. We can pull off and use any pull off to sleep. This is fine enough. If you're wondering, that's how our hoopty looks from the outside. You can tell something's going on. You just don't know what. All this junk in the sink that we barely use. It's actually easier to clean stuff with wet wipes. You save a crap ton of water. Here's our spot for the evening in Tok, Alaska.
Hello.
Doing the arrive can, because tomorrow we are crossing over back into Canada land. Doing some solar. Redoing some tapestry things here. Filling up water. Ice cold water they have here in Alaska. Always good to ask the gas station because it was free. So that's like 15 bucks saved right there. Got all of every single water jug filled up. We even had a nice rotisserie chicken, but we can't take any of it tomorrow. No pollo in Canada. Oh well. Well, in today's episode of Interesting Things, it's good I came here to check the oil. You might ask why there's a fly swatter though. Look at that down there. There's a little mouse nest who decided to jump there and scare me half to death. I was able to pop him with the fly swatter, but then he went flying off and probably back under there for heat again. So now the task is how to move the fuse box in order to get down to the rat's nest. Pretty gorgeous sunset for our final evening here in Alaska. Quite pretty. Not much of a subject, but there's a free sewer dump, so. Oh geez. When you don't have a subject in your photographs. Well, this is the road leaving Alaska, AK2. It's kind of a road. It does have cement, but half the times the cement is missing and there's gaping potholes ready to blow your tire. Or take your control arm out or something. So slow we go. So this is road type number 1. Loose gravel.
Which I prefer.
And then you get these little stretches that are okay. But even these aren't smooth. Just little bumps though, no big deal. Let's see if we can't find a pothole to share to the masses. See, you get the up and downs, the waves. It's like even the ones they filled in are dipped down. More gravel. So we pulled over. There's an RV up there, this work and play guy here. This road will do it for you. He hit a nasty bump and of all things, lost one of his freshwater braces, the angle iron, angle iron that was holding up his freshwater tank. Luckily, he's got 4 more braces going, so, or 3 of the 4, so he'll be all right, but we decided to stop. Half of it is just to figure out what the heck just happened. So, there you go, got the answer to that. This piece of angle iron fell off. The other half is to give them help, and it's a good thing, you know. It's just help your fellow guy out, you know. I won't say anything about age or man or woman, it don't matter. Just help your fellow human out. So we got it knocked out of there and they're set and ready to go. But I wanted to walk down here and show you guys. I'm gonna have to take a pause from talking to listen for cars. Yeah, it's fine. So this is what you're dodging. Here's my foot for comparison. I wear, well, these are a men's 10. I'm usually a 10.5 or so. That is one big pothole. And there's the depth of it, I don't know if you guys can tell. So she's about 3-4 inches deep, and that's just one. You'll get times where it's all the way across the road and that's it. There is no choice. There is nowhere to go but to hit them things head on. Luckily, our trusty van Elmer, he's got steel rims. It sure as heck ain't fuel efficient like the new cars, right? With their mag wheels and stuff, but they won't snap. They'll just bend. And he's got some pretty thick tires. It's nothing off-road, but really good thick sidewall, and got the pressure set just right. So he should soak them up somewhat, and we shouldn't have any blowout issues. But yeah, you gotta, this stretch of road here from the Canadian border, right? Canadian and American border. Don't matter which booth you go through. Coming towards, like you're heading towards Fairbanks. Yeah, it's about 80 miles of just car destroyers if you're not careful. And we've had a couple people fly by us and I don't know how they're handling it. You know, newer vehicles with mag wheels and tiny little rubber band tires. They must be slaloming it like Indy cars, but like I said, there's points where you're screwed. There ain't no missing it. Anyway, we've survived thus far. Thanks to our fearless driver here, doing such a wonderful job.
Thank you.
Chewy was losing his mind, thinking we're mad and stuff, but I mean, what else can you say when you slam into some potholes? And we got a little thunderhead growing there. Help some people out. Talk about a good day. Always a good day. Canada. Nah. Canada. Nah. No, okay, fine, Canada. Into the Yukon we go again. Yukon sign. Into the land of American cell phones don't really work all that well. Barely any cell signal to start. And then, at least for us, our data gets capped at half a gig. So you go through that in like 10 minutes with today's stuff. And then you can't hotspot. So loading videos and such, good luck. But I've got a secret plan for that. You see, I've been silly. I've been loading them from my iPad. So I have to hotspot or have to find Wi-Fi. When I could just extract that file and put it on my phone. Then I can load it. I'll use up my half a gig in 2 seconds. And then you're like throttled speed. That's fine. It can just sit there for a freaking week loading, so. That's the plan so far. We just got done eating the last of our poultry. Because you can't take chicken into Canada land. Ow, mosquito. Oh yeah, back to the mosquitoes too.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Anyway, there's no trash can.
Yeah, okay.
We're gonna have to find a pull-off or a parking thing before the border.
Or just give them more trash.
What a pretty sky though. Here we are, crossing back into the Yukon territory of Canada on our way back down to the Americas. Let's see, stop. Please remain in vehicle and wait for an officer.
Stop.
Never ending, just gas, gas, gas. Just outside of Burwash Landing. We're gonna go here alongside this main road. Not too sure the name of the road, if it's still AK2 or not, but there's some really pretty pull-offs that are right on that main waterway. I think it's the Clune Lake. Quite windy, but that's all right. It'll keep the bugs and stuff at bay, so that's a plus too. Oh, it is ice cold. All right. Just to say we did it. Oh, that's actually, well, that's not too bad. I don't think I'd be swimming in this. Oh boy, but it does not take long for it to start hurting. Oh my God. That would wake you up.